Love without the drama.
And today we're exposing one of the sneakiest blocks to love and joy, our addiction to drama.
And what does that mean? So without further ado, Jason, you know what it is. It's Friday.
It is Friday.
So cue the music.
All right.
Welcome to Loving Beyond the I Do podcast. This power couple is building stronger marriages one day at a time. Talking about real issues on love, relationships, and marriage longevity. Let's break down the barriers and engage in healthy conversation with your hosts, Jason and Tina Marie. Take a seat and buckle up because things are about to get real.
Hey, welcome to the show.
Welcome back, everyone.
Welcome to another episode of Loving Beyond the I Do podcast. We are your hosts, Jason and Tina Marie.
That's me.
And we are here to inspire and empower individuals with actionable strategies, tools, and insights for developing meaningful and fulfilling relationships using universal laws, universal principles, effective communication, and mindset shifts.
And you may ask, how do we do that? We do that through our specially designed manifest method that is made just for you. And you may ask, well, what is the manifest method? We are glad you asked because we do it this way. Using the manifest framework, mindset, awareness, nurture, intention, focus, empower, strengthen, and transform.
All right, that's the manifest method.
So that is our manifest method framework. So if you are not using the manifest method, that means you're not working with us.
That's right.
But besides that, we want to know, have you got your manifest a joy-filled relationship? This is our book, and we want to know, do you have your copy? And if you don't, make sure you get it. Go to manifestajoyfilledrelationship.com to get your copy.
Start transforming yourself and your relationship today. All right, so now we can go ahead and get into tonight's episode.
That's right, which hopefully you saw the invite on YouTube and Facebook.
Yep. So why are some people addicted to drama?
Why? That's the question.
That's the question.
So, you know, our show is about being real.
Come on
right?
now.
It's about bringing real conversation with real topics about real people, right? And
Dealing with real stuff.
and trying to give real solutions.
There you go.
We know that some people talk about they want peace. I just want peace. But they bring drama, right? No matter what, whenever it's calm, whenever there's calm and nothing's going on,
Right.
they will find a way to bring the drama. Do you ever wonder why?
You know what? I do. And you know, it's funny, as we talk to couples, you know, they'd be like, well, I wonder why this is going on. It's like, well, did you just hear what you told me? You know, you can, if you really look at it, you can find out why. So, you know, most people don't realize drama is a chemical addiction.
That's right. It's just like alcohol.
It is.
Or just
it's
like
just
drugs.
It's just as bad.
It is a chemical addiction.
So when we experience emotional highs like anger, anxiety, or even gossip, our bodies release hormones like cortisol and adrenaline and nephrine.
Nephrine.
Yeah, nephrine. Yeah, I'm like nephrine.
And you don't even have to know how to say the word because your body will do it automatically.
Oh, it's going to do it anyway.
Right. It's just like when I noticed yesterday, I was opening up a table and I almost fell. Like I could literally see myself crashing, falling. I was like, no, correct. And it was like I was looking for anything to grab onto, but in that moment, I could feel my cortisol, my adrenaline, all of that stuff, just like instantly needles running through my body. I'm like, just the thought of it, right? And so that's the high, the chemical reaction that your body automatically does whenever you feel like you're in danger. So you have to realize that this is something this is something that happens regardless.
Right.
So our bodies get hooked to that.
Yep.
So if I'm constantly secreting this or constantly creating this in my body, these chemicals, our bodies get hooked just like any other drug. So over time, your nervous system, what you need to realize is that, so we ask why, you have to understand that over time, your nervous system expects this. And so that rush is required. And if it doesn't get it, if it's too peaceful, the brain says, what's going on? It's
Right.
You start
I need
to
a
feel
little
nervous.
chaos here.
It's
Come
just
on.
like, when somebody says they're going through withdrawals. It's
Right,
the same
right.
thing.
It's the same thing. Okay.
It's like your
Yep.
your brain starts to panic,
Right.
and it craves what it knows. It wants to get that high back. It wants to get that chemical. It wants to get that fix. So when we ask why, when people get the nickname of the drama queen or the drama king,
Yep.
it's because they may not even realize that this is what they're doing, but their body automatically craves it, and so they just do it on cue.
And
They don't even
can't.
realize
You
it.
can't even help it, right? It's like I need it, and it's like it's too calm, nothing's going on, so you create something. You ever
So
have
people-
a friend?
so people
I mean,
create
like,
it.
right? And a lot of people have friends like that, right? Or they call and say, it's like everything's calm, and then by the end of the conversation, they done
Right.
brought up something, and then you in this heated conversation over absolutely nothing, and you can't even understand why. Some people need to operate from that high sense of anxiety and chaos.
And so oftentimes we have conversations and we say, well, why does this person always want drama? So this is giving you the answer. This is the answer to the puzzle, to the question, why do some people always have to have drama in their lives? And it's because it's a chemical reaction.
Yeah, you know what? Like Joe says, the body becomes the mind.
Absolutely.
So even if your conscious mind says, I want peace, the body's like, nah, I want that juicy beast. I need that chaos. I need
Absolutely.
all of that stuff that makes me feel alive.
And, you can even Google this. Research and study has shown all the time. It backs this up, right? It's the chronic stress, literally. So when people are in a state of chronic stress and they talk about it affects their body, that's because their organs and things like that are going through that chronic stress, this chemical that is constantly being released in their body, and literally it rewires their brain. So they're not even, most of the time, people don't realize what's going on. Right. So
Wow.
this rewiring takes place in the prefrontal cortex. Right. And so your translation becomes more reactive, more impulsive. You're looking for something just to react, just to be emotionally driven. Right. So it doesn't just, so we often say, right, our habits.
Right,
We become
right,
our
yeah.
habits.
Right.
Right. And it's automatic. It's the same thing. And so it doesn't become a habit. It becomes the program. It becomes something that you consistently play over and over and over again, and you don't even realize it because it is your comfort zone. It is your normal. And so people may see it as drama, but
Right.
you don't.
You see it as your calm, your peace, really. I mean, as crazy as that sounds, I
Exactly.
mean, but that's what it actually is,
That's
right?
exactly what it boils down to, because it becomes a program.
Yeah.
It's like your regularly scheduled program. Here we go again. First thing in the morning, if you come Tuesday, it's going to kick in. Afternoon is going to kick in. So this program has to run in order for you to feel like you.
Ooh, all right, let's check and see what we got going on.
All right, let's see if we have any comments.
All right.
Don't forget, guys, if you are tuning in live, make sure that you drop your name, your friend's name, your cousin's name, so that we can shout you out. We cannot see who is tuned in, but we do want to appreciate you and shout you out. So as always, our super fan, hey there, my Jason and Tina Marie. Hey, Regina.
What's going on, Regina? How are you?
That's right. So Regina, don't forget to take a picture of your shirt and send it in. All right.
Okay, all right.
Regina says, I cannot,
Tolerate.
or be involved with drama. Me either.
You know what?
And-
Me either.
And the funny thing is when you're not used to drama, your program is, I can't do drama.
Right.
And when you're used to drama, your program is,
I
I
need
need
drama.
drama.
Right.
Exactly. I don't like drama. And, and it's, neither do my kids. Like, none of us like drama because
Right.
that's the type of household we were raised, like they were raised in, right?
Yep,
Even
no
me.
drama.
My mom was a very calm soul, and I think her kids were, but we didn't like drama. And so, my daughter, she said she had some situations, where she's in Florida. And so she was like, she had to tell people, I don't do drama. I'm not a drama mama.
Right.
Like,
We don't like that.
I have a lot of things, but drama is not one of them. So thank you, Regina. Absolutely.
All right.
All right. Thank you, Dot, for tuning in.
Dot.
And
All right. Thank you so much.
I'm reading it over here because I can't see.
That's fine.
All right. You got to take it off the thing so I can read it.
Yeah.
Oh, good evening, Jason and Tina. Good evening, Dot. Thank you for tuning in. We love and appreciate you guys for tuning in.
Thank you so much for popping in.
That's right. So we get something up there at the top so you can, let's see if there's anybody else. All right. Aurelies. Hi, Aurelies. How are you?
Hey, how are you? Thanks for popping in.
That's right. Thanks for tuning in. All right. So, Aurelies, if you have people out there that's talking about drama, make sure you tell them we don't do drama. So let's get back to talking about why people need it, why people do it, why we just become addicted to it, right? And so, as I said, it's not a habit. It goes past the habit and becomes a program, right?
It is like a program.
It is a program.
It becomes a part of your life,
Mm-hmm.
right? And you don't even see it as such. Your friends may, but you don't, right? So again, one of the first things we teach is the mindset out of the manifest method, right? So it's mindset. So you have to become, and then the next one is become aware. So you have to become aware of these different things. So it is a very important piece because we don't even understand where we're at and how we actually are addicted to drama. And there's a lot of things that go along with drama, but a lot of times that's what's keeping us from our happiness, right? Just drama, and a lot of times it's drama from other people, like drama that we were raised with, and now we've brought it into our house, right? And that's what we want to have. So,
So just if you could explain to them how most people who like drama are addicted to it, and
they're doing it for fun.
they're not doing it for fun.
They're not right. They're not doing it for fun.
Right.
They're doing it for survival.
Right.
It's often rooted in childhood experiences. Maybe love came with yelling or punishment and stuff like that, or silence, guilt, or chaos. Past dramas brought the drama, right? So
past trauma brought the drama.
It has. I mean, your past drama. Someone else said, what was that? My conditioning has conditioning.
Absolutely.
Right. So my drama has drama. So so we come with our drama, right? Or somebody else's drama, and then we add on to it to make it our own.
Or what we're saying is because most people who have experienced some type of trauma in their childhood will end up being the drama person, right? Because that's what the yelling, the screaming, the silence, the guilt, all of those things now make you react that the way your household or your past was, and now you kind of crave or you're used to that drama. So
what's funny? Just to go off of that, the yelling. After a while, yellers and there's people as parents. I mean,
yellers and people who are around yellers.
Right. You become. They don't even pay any attention to you after a while. The yelling person, the person that's yelling, thinking they're really getting their point across.
Right.
But after a while, everybody's tuning you out.
It becomes the program.
It becomes a program. This is, it's 7 o'clock. We're going to turn this off because we don't want to hear that. Yeah.
So we're saying that to say if you grew up around any type of dysfunction, right, unpredictable or some type of trauma that you may have endured, your nervous system then begins to learn it. And that's what Jason was saying. It's like you're attuned to it. It's like you learn it. This is what love feels like. This is what, security feels like. This is what peace looks like, right?
Ooh.
Or that's your peace. So if you actually start to experience peace with someone else, then you feel like it's boring, right? We actually have coached couples, one who understands that who may be very peaceful,
right?
But the other person is used to the drama, and their mate will say, well, they always like drama, and if there's nothing to dramatize, they feel like it's boring. Like, okay, this is like unknown territory. It's unsafe. So they will create some type of drama. And as we said, it's not done for fun. It's done because it is an addiction, and they don't even realize what they're doing. And even if you bring it to their attention, they're going to deny it. It's sort of like AA. The first step is to recognize what it is you're doing, but sometimes that person has to be able to see it, and there's ways for them to see it, and they won't see it just by you calling them a drama person, right? Or bringing the drama.
It's kind of like dating, right? You're dating and you have your type, and I always tell people you have a type.
Everybody has a type.
Have a type, and that's why you keep attracting your type.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
So you have your type, and things are going well, and it always ends in a certain way. But then you get a new person and you go, this is nothing like before. It's going fine, but you seem like you're waiting for the shoe to drop. Right now, everything is perfect. It's no problem. We're not arguing. We're not doing any of these things. Everything's going great. But in the back of your mind, you're waiting for the shoe to drop. You're waiting for the chaos to start, right? And if not, guess what happens? We make the chaos.
And we recreate the last relationship and the last scenario in this current one, right?
Yep, that's exactly it. Because go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, I was going to say Harvard research shows that childhood environments shape our emotional responses.
Absolutely.
If love equals chaos, when you're young, your adult self might keep repeating that without even knowing why. So we think that we're expressing love, but we're showing chaos.
I know we talk about this in the law of correspondence. So let me look at the law of correspondence and tell you what that means, right? So I know in my workshop I ask people, what was the law of correspondence? Which that is the mirroring law. So what happens on the inside happens on the outside, right? It's the mirroring effect when we talk about the law of correspondence. So that internal chaos creates external chaos. So if you're feeling uneasy, unnerved, anxious, you have to you're craving that internal stuff that's going on in the inside. That's where, as you said, in the manifest method, the second step is awareness. That's when someone tells you that you may be a drama person or a drama king or you always like drama, and you say, no, I don't. It's the awareness step. Is you have to be aware of what you're doing. So when we talk about the law of correspondence, now I'm just going to read it real quick because even though I told you it was the mirroring effect, I want you guys to be able to really understand. And so, of course, we're talking about from our book, because what we're doing is we're relating the laws that are there for you to use, whether you use them or not, to understand they're there for a reason.
So for those of us who have the book, we're going
95.
We're going 95 to the law of correspondence.
And so I'm just going to read in the beginning of our book, we let you know exactly what the law of correspondence is. And it says, the law of correspondence, The law of correspondence serves as both a directional light and a transformative force. You will explore, so in this chapter, you will uncover the elaborate interplay between the various levels of existence, revealing the echoes that shape your self-discovery and relational evolution. So it's about the mirroring nature in your relationships, right? So you may ask, why does my relationship have this? Why do we always argue? Why? And it doesn't have to just be one person. It could be both. You have created, we often talk about you create your relationship. You build it together, right? Once you get together, your disposition and your mate's disposition and whatever, you have now created your relationship the way it functions. Whether you like it or don't like it, you have created it. You have co-created your relationship from the boundaries or no boundaries, from the red flags or overlooking the red flags, you have created it. And so what happens is that the back and forth, the arguing, the temperaments, the anger, all of these things, you have now created a pattern, a program that has to run its course in your relationship. And until someone unplugs the program or rewires the program or disrupts the program will continue to play. No matter how many times you say with your mouth, I want something different, your brain, the prefrontal cortex is now
stuck on
autopilot, right? We're talking about those chemicals that's being released regardless. All right, do we have some more comments?
We do. Dot says, I thought people who like drama are people who always look for attention.
No. Well, studies do show that some people are seeking attention, but they're seeking the attention because of the drama in their past. So they either got the attention they didn't want or they didn't get the attention they wanted. And so what happens that the unsafe environment around them produced the chemicals that was being released, whereas I'm nervous, I'm anxious, I want to be seen, I want to be heard, and they don't get it. And so their body, when they're older, they now produce the drama because this is a form of either trauma or what has transpired in their past. All right. So Thank you, Sandra. I see Sandra tuned in. Thank you, Sandra.
Hey, thank you, Sandra.
Absolutely. Thank you, Sandra, for tuning in. So what's your definition of drama? So when we're talking about drama, it's anything that makes you or the other person upset, right?
Okay.
So if it's creating, and you can jump in.
No, go ahead.
My apologies.
I got you. No, go
So it is, drama is anything that creates something other than peace,
ahead. Okay.
right?
Right.
So
Peace
it's
within you and peace within the person?
just peace. Just peace.
Okay,
Right?
got it,
So
yep.
if I walk in and you're eating a piece of bread and I say, is that the last piece? And you say, oh, yeah, it's the last piece. And then I create a disturbance from it being the last piece. That's drama. So a person that may say, oh, okay, well, are you going to get some more? Should I go get some more? Are there any more? Something, a different reaction rather than something that's going to bring your chemicals coming, right? Your adrenaline pumping.
Right.
Drama is something that says, well, did you know what she said to me? And the reaction that
blood pressure goes up.
Yes.
The pupils dilate. That your breathing becomes heavy. That part. That's the drama.
So, but the sneaky part about drama is that the person who's doing it, let's say, for instance, your spouse does something, right? And your response is flying off the handle. That's drama. Because anytime you are not vibrating at a peaceful level and your levels rise, right? Your cortisol levels rise, your adrenaline rises, your heart starts to palpitate, right?
Yep.
Just is pumping harder. Those things are for you to become aware that something's taking place in your body. So your normal reaction, and I keep looking over there because I'm looking at her
That's
name.
okay.
Look, I'm sorry, guys. I'm looking over because I'm looking at your name. So your normal reaction is drama. It's not, okay, my mate ate my bag of chips and you just explode. We know it's really not about the bag of chips. So whether they ate the last bag of chips or they drop a chip on the floor or they didn't clean up, you're going to find something to give you the chemical rush that your body craves.
Come on.
Because you don't realize it's a chemical rush.
And it has to be fed.
And so when we talk about drama, it's anything that makes your temperature rise, right? You elevate not to a higher level of consciousness, but to a higher level of, what did Tahira say? A level 4.
Cuss words.
Cuss words.
Level 3.
So it makes you go to another level of not peace.
Right.
So, all right, let's go to our next thing.
Okay, hold on one second here. We got some.
Good question. Thank you for the question,
Yeah.
Sandra. Thank you for your participation. All right, Darlene. Hey, family.
Darlene. Hey,
Thank
how
you for
are
tuning
you?
in, Darlene.
Yeah.
Good to see you.
Thank you so much for joining us.
Yes. Oh, Dennis.
Dennis.
Happy Friday, Jason and Tina.
Hey, welcome.
Hey.
Welcome to the party.
Welcome to the party, Dennis.
Now,
Dennis,
see, he's not even catching the replay. He's here live.
here live. All right.
But
thank
I
you.
do appreciate you and your comments on the replay. Thank you so much.
So, Dennis, I did read a message last time where Dot said you didn't speak. You didn't say, hey, Dot, right?
Right.
Hey,
You
Dot,
didn't
hey,
tag her
Regina.
in because she had forgotten.
I just want to let you guys know, it was one episode that I told Regina that Dot was coming for her spot, and she was like, and then and then Dennis comes in, and so we love the family dynamics that go on Friday because we love to interact with you. We really do want to hear your take on all of this. We love the questions. We love your interactions. We love your honesty because the whole purpose of our show, and Jason, please join me. I'm sorry. I know, but the whole purpose of our show really is to bring you guys a place where we can talk about these issues and not be ashamed of them.
Right.
It's nothing to be ashamed of.
It's okay if you got a little drama in your life.
But now that you know,
right,
it's the mindset.
there you go.
And then when you change the mindset to become aware of when it happens, then you can do the next step to make it not happen. Where your body doesn't crave needing to be on 500.
Right.
Right.
Like you've always, I know you guys heard the term change your mind, change your life. And
Especially
that's drama.
if you go to CUT.
Right. And that's just, for sure. But that's drama, right? So if you change your mind, then you can change your life, right? You can change the way you see things. The way you've been doing it, the way you interact,
reactions,
right. All of those, yeah.
Valid
It just turns you around. So by you changing that, you actually change your life.
Absolutely. And your relationship. All right,
Yeah.
let's go to Dennis's. Put that up on there. And then, yeah, okay.
Okay.
So Dennis says, OMG, as much as I follow you guys, my old self does show up.
I
the
know.
drama.
I know.
It's a program. And
Yeah.
it's like, wait a minute, Dennis.
Yeah. But you
this
have
is
to
not-
recognize when the old Dennis shows up.
Yes.
That's cool. We know it's going
I'm
to show up.
guilty,
That's
but trying so hard to better myself.
and
One
you are
thing-
doing it.
one
You are
thing-
doing it.
One thing I what?
Yeah. One thing I took
Took from-
from Jason
Go ahead.
is
Fridge.
when my past negative, when my past
when I-
negative thoughts.
Mhm.
Yeah. I need to eventually think and delete. Yes, you do. Yes. And you know what? You're doing a much better
Yes.
job, Dennis. I haven't had to get on you much, so you're doing an excellent job.
Yes, yes.
And it's okay if the old Dennis pops up. Just stay in control of. Listen, I have to stay in control of little Jason because little Jason sometimes get out of control, and I'm like,
Right.
I'm not going to be led
So
by no
Dennis-
8-year-old
So
Jason.
Dennis says sometimes eventually I just think it and delete it. And what do you say? And no work on why I posted the negative.
Drama thought.
So
Exactly.
I know what you was trying to say.
Yeah,
Dennis,
yeah, I
but
got you.
absolutely. And it
Yes.
was bad enough we can't see very far.
Right.
But anyway, exactly. So the thing is that we are who we are. And we didn't become this way overnight.
No.
Our relationships, our past relationships,
Yep.
our relationships with our friends, our families, our parents, they all shape the way we see things. Oh, Lavanya. Hey,
Hey,
Lavonia, depending on how you want to
Lavonia,
say it.
hey,
Okay.
yep.
All right. Thanks for tuning in. So we have to realize that it comes with the reaction is not just with our partner,
Nope.
it's with our children.
Yeah.
It's our children with us. Right? You say
It's-
people
it's-
just
it's
push
at
it's
our
at
employment.
work. Exactly.
Yeah.
You say this person just pushes my button.
Yeah.
It's not the person.
Nope.
It's not the person. It's like no matter what that person does, your button is going to be pushed anyway.
Okay.
So when we are out of control, we're out of control. Now I'm not talking about when someone deliberately does something, but we are trying to bring awareness to where the drama comes from and how to stop it. Oh, okay. So you can post our links if you want.
Yep.
All right. So grateful for the
Drama free
Life.
at this moment in my life.
I appreciate this info.
Yes.
But the thing is, you can go to Dennis real quick.
Dennis,
Dennis said, hey, Dot. All right. So the thing is that
darling.
we may have no drama, but the one thing about your energy and vibration is that sometimes that opposite energy or vibration will attract to you.
Yep.
Right. And so let's just get back into the topic as we're talking about it, because what happens is that you may be drama free. Right. But then you have that wonderful person that wants to bring you that drama.
Are we talking about relatives here?
Anybody.
Okay.
Anybody.
Because we
All
have
right?
those relatives that we love so much, but they know that they can bring it. And
And so go ahead. I'm gonna let you finish talking. No, go ahead.
yeah, I was just saying that you know how sometimes when you get together with that relative, they push those buttons or they know how to bring that energy and it can affect you in the wrong way.
And sometimes we may not like the drama life and we may be drama free, but when people come around us, they will shift our energy just by them dealing
That
in
is true.
drama.
Right. So you know how you feel good, and then someone shows up, and then now your whole mood changed. Now your energy has shifted, right?
Right.
We need to protect that energy.
We have to
need
be
to step
aware.
away from that,
Right.
Right. If it's not, no matter who it is, because you have to protect your energy. You could do it gracefully, but we have to be able to step back and say, you know what, this is not good for me and my peace.
And this is where the metaphysics part comes in, either from our book or from studying, right? So,
So yeah, kind of like the law of vibration, right? And that tells us everything. It's about our thoughts, it's about our emotions, our beliefs, and
they all
they all have a frequency.
Absolutely.
Right. So we operate at a frequency,
So
which
Jason
is
talked
energy.
about the law of vibration. So we're
Right.
going to go to the law of vibration in our book class. For everyone who has it, the law
Yep.
of vibration is chapter 2,
Yep.
which is on page 41.
Okay.
All right. So the law of vibration. Can you guys see that? All right. So when we're talking about the law of vibration, this law is the basis for understanding how your thoughts,
Okay.
your feelings,
Yeah.
and the state of being contribute to the vibrational energy you emit. Right? So if someone loves to dip and dab in drama, they are vibrating. I want you guys, are they vibrating high or are they vibrating low? So
There you go. So they're
from all
always
of us-
vibrating.
So someone out there tell me, if you can real quick, just drop in the comment section. If someone has drama, are they vibrating high or are they vibrating low? You guys didn't know it was going to be a quiz today, did you? All right, so let me see those answers.
All right, so I'm gonna go
Great. While we're waiting for those answers, and I need to see some answers start dropping in the comment section. All right, guys. If someone who loves to dip and dab in drama, are they vibrating at a high frequency or are they vibrating at a low frequency? Please drop it in the comments. So let's read Dennis. It says the thing about sending
messages.
Via social media or personal text.
Once you send it, you can't take it back.
Even if you didn't really mean what you sent. But it creates unnecessary drama. I'm learning to think before I speak. Good point, Dennis. And I'm telling you guys,
that's true.
You guys really have to excuse me.
Yeah,
It's something about the lighting tonight in my eyes.
Yep.
It's hard to
I think
read
we
the
stayed
words.
up too long.
I think so too.
Yep.
So Darlene says low.
Low. Yep.
Dot, are you still there? Dot,
Yep.
what energy are they vibrating at?
Yeah,
Dennis, what do
definitely
you
low.
say?
High or low?
Darlene's answer is low. So I'm looking. People who love drama, are they operating at a high frequency or a low frequency? I only see. Thank you, Darlene.
Yep.
Darlene, can you push the people next to you and tell them to push the button too? And so I don't know if Reverend Patty's out there. Reverend Patty, if you're out there, we haven't heard anything from you either. Okay, so.
You got to calling folks out.
All right, Regina said. Regina said high frequency drama people. Okay?
There you go.
Okay, it depends. That's 3 different answers. All
Wow.
right, Dot. Who are you going in? Dot, are you still out there?
Wow, that is interesting. I like I've seen some low energy.
So that's 3 answers.
Yep.
Come on, I need some more answers.
Yeah.
Give me one more.
All right, so you got high frequency drama people. Yep.
Okay, so I guess Dot doesn't want to answer tonight, or she popped off. I'm not sure, but they're actually vibrating at a low frequency. But I totally understand what you meant, Regina, by high frequency drama people.
Yeah.
Right. So high frequency means that you're vibrating at a higher level of consciousness.
Yeah.
But I definitely understood what you were trying to say.
Yeah.
But they're vibrating in the universe low. That's low energy. That's that fast-paced low energy. That's why they like that. It's low energy. Low energy is how they're vibrating. So what happens is that when someone comes by you that's vibrating low,
Yep.
and they say something that's, I'm going to give a perfect example.
Okay.
I often vibrate at a very high frequency because
And you're around here irritating
and I'm
folks.
around here irritating people.
Yep.
Because people who like drama don't like peace. They don't like happiness. So it's and again, you know what? Drama can also look like this is my happy face.
Ooh.
That's drama too.
Yep.
Drama doesn't just have to be hollering and screaming. It
Right.
can be that I'm
Your whole aura about yourself.
I'm sitting in a state of unhappiness.
Yep.
And I'm so stuck in it that even if I wanted to be happy
I can't.
and express it, I can't. And it takes time. It takes people. That's why with me, when I'm feeling unhappy, it's like it does not feel comfortable to me. And so I have to readjust. So it works both ways, right? And so when people are unhappy, either in life, in work, in situations, in their relationships, I don't care how much they try to hide it, it shows.
It shows.
Low energy shows itself. High energy shows itself. And so the other day I was at a meeting, a business meeting, and it was a little warm to me. I don't know if it was warm to anybody else, but it was warm to me.
Okay.
And
it's
so-
okay. It's you.
And I took out a fan and I started to fan myself. And the wonderful woman next to me, which I felt her low energy as
When
soon
she came
as she
to the
came in
table.
the room.
Yep.
Right. As soon as she sat down next to me, I
Right.
was like,
It was funny because it shifted because everyone was talking, everybody was having a good time, but that energy came, and I took one look over there, and I was like, "Yeah, we won't be directing any conversation towards that way."
You can feel it.
Yep.
And so within a couple of minutes, she passed me a nice little note. Well, a nice nasty note.
Well, it was nice to her.
And she, as soon as someone says, "Well, I don't mean to be rude,"
They mean to be rude.
They mean to be rude.
Yep.
So she wrote me a note, and it said something to the effect of, "Can you stop fanning? Like you're bothering me, and you're fanning your perfume in my face." Okay. She didn't say your perfume stinks. She didn't say I'm allergic to it. She didn't say I have allergies. She just said it's bothering me. You're bothering me.
Okay.
So can you stop fanning? Plus, you're fanning your perfume in my face.
Okay.
And so that is where people with low energy want to energy bust your energy.
Right.
And so when you're vibrating at a higher frequency.
Okay. Before you get to that point, all right, because this is a perfect opportunity here, kind of remind me of what Dennis said. The old Tina could have easily popped off or came, right?
Right.
So
right.
did that come up at all? Did that old Tina well up a little bit and say like, oh, I can get this person a piece of my mind?
No, the old Tina did not pop up, but the thought of how am I going to respond?
Okay.
And so even reading it, I smiled.
Okay.
Okay.
Good.
Because I could recognize immediately. I could recognize exactly what was taking place.
Okay.
So when you're operating at a higher frequency and you're operating at a higher level of consciousness, the view is not the same.
Okay.
Right. So if I'm on top of the mountain,
right, it's not the same as being
my
low.
view, if you're at the bottom of the mountain, is totally different. You and I don't see the same thing.
Right.
I can see far out in the land, whereas you can't see anything because you're at the bottom of it, and you can't see because the mountain's in your way, right?
Yep.
So when I read it, I immediately knew, but that's where we have to protect the peace. When we're talking about when Sandra said, well, what are drama, what does drama look like?
Right.
Or
What's the definition?
Yeah,
right.
What's the definition of drama? It's anything that disturbs peace. Because if I'm unhappy, I don't have to holler and scream. I can just not agree with you or not do what you want me to do or walk around pouting or walk around in silence. That too is drama.
Sure.
It's bringing some type of chemical. As long as I sit and bathe in the feeling of unhappiness, the feeling of I'm getting you back, the feeling of I'm not going to do what you want, the feeling of I'm walking around like this.
Right. Oh, I'm just mad. I'm just
and
mad because.
What you don't realize is that you are releasing chemicals that's keeping you stuck in that same way. So you're not doing a disjustice to anybody else.
Only to you.
You're doing it to yourself.
Right.
And it's hard to be happy. And that's why sometimes when people meet someone and they go, oh my God, I'm so happy. I've never felt this way. And then something minor happens. They can't adjust because they're used to being at such a low vibration. And this spontaneous boost kind of shot them up, and now they're coming back down.
Right.
And now they're like, oh, it's the person, when really their body just could not handle the happiness. They didn't know. And that's why people say, well, I don't get it. Why do I always mess up the relationship? Yeah. Why do I always mess it up? Why does it always happen? Why do we always? It's because you have to become aware of the program that you're running, that your body, as Jason stated, that Joe likes to say, right? The mind becomes the body becomes the mind, right? I remember my son in third grade, he did a second or third grade, he and I did a science project, and it was like, does the mind control the body or does the body control the mind? But what happens is that when we create these programs and they go into our subconscious mind, the body takes over. The mind is no longer operating.
Yep.
When we talk about conscious, it's like the same thing where you get in your car and you turn on the ignition and you go into the same place, work, right? Or to anywhere. You're going to the same place you always go. You don't even have to think about it. It's a program programmed in the subconscious mind. So the conscious mind is not even operating. That's what happens with negativity. That's what happens with drama. That's what happens with sadness and unhappiness. We have created a program. We're not even operating. We come to a party where everybody is happy and we're sitting like this. Everyone around you is enjoying the atmosphere, the party, the camaraderie, whatever.
Celebration.
Whatever.
The celebration.
The celebration. Everybody is enjoying themselves, but the drama that you have created in your life
will not allow you to be happy. You can only be how you are, and you are unhappy.
And you're sitting in that, and to you, from the inside, it looks normal. But from everybody else's view, they're wondering, what is going on with that person? And it seems, so let's hit Dennis's thing. I miss Dennis.
Okay, yeah, you did. Then it says
Some people unfortunately enjoy it. They do.
They enjoy drama. Yeah, they do.
They enjoy it because, as we said, it's a chemical reaction. It's a fix. It's their fix. Some people don't
realize that they create drama. And sometimes
it depends. Right. So, I didn't get to yours. Right. When you said it depends. Right. It depends. So maybe low energy.
Right. And
Absolutely.
it is definitely. It does depend, and it is sometimes low energy. Yeah.
Well, it doesn't depend. It's drama is always low energy.
Oh yeah. Well, yeah.
Drama is always low
it is.
energy. But the thing is, where is it coming from, right? Where is it coming from? Some people create it because they need it, and some people create it because they need it. just simple as that.
So in the end, they just need it. Regina said, yeah, thanks for clearing that up.
You're welcome, Regina, and thank you, because I understood where
she was coming from.
Where you were coming from and where Dennis was coming from. Absolutely. There are no wrong answers, but we do have to be aware of why it is what it is. Go up one.
I got you.
Okay, I'm sorry. All right. Yes, Tina, I just experienced this today from a friend.
Here in Detroit.
Yep, go ahead, keep reading.
Great person, but I
could feel the low vibration coming from her due
to the drama surrounding her life.
Yes, at this time. Yes. I didn't want to absorb this energy.
Right. And it's okay. It's your job not to absorb. If you don't have to. You can excuse yourself from it.
It must be the mascara. The eyeshadow. Okay. I don't know what it is.
So it is the right thing to do, to excuse yourself, because you do not want to take on that energy.
And so maybe when you do it, maybe you can make it big and I can see it there.
Okay.
All right.
I doubt it.
Yes. Go to Darlene's. Absolutely. Drama queen.
Yep.
And I could tell she was trying to get a rise, and people.
Oh, she tried. Oh, did you say what you said?
Oh, okay. No, I just responded. I just wrote a note back and I said thank you and I will try. But unfortunately, I'm feeling a little warm, blah, blah, blah. So I got into it and I just left it at that. I didn't respond nasty. I just made her aware of what was going on. And thank God, because I had a conversation with God in that moment. And I said, God, can you not let me feel a little warm when everybody else is feeling okay in this moment? And so I didn't have to fan again. I didn't have to fan again. And so that was, I said,
I'm into your reaction, because that's what's more important.
Absolutely.
Not what the person said.
Exactly.
It's how you reacted, because somebody can say anything, but the most important lesson is how we reacted. What welled up in us when we read that note? How did we feel? How did our heart rate go up? How did our like I said, pupils start to dilate?
Right. Did we
breathing?
Immediately feel attacked?
Right.
Yeah. Let's get to Dennis real quick. It says, we understood, Dennis. It wasn't to me. I don't know why it's blue is making me hard. It wasn't to me, but I felt the low energy trying to come into my spirit. Absolutely. I just sat and tried to mentally remove myself out of the space, because my day has been great so far.
You know what? And that's a good thing to do. You can hear but don't absorb.
Absolutely.
And then you try to change the conversation.
Go down the dot real quick. Let's see. Yeah. So Dot said, Dennis, you must be on YouTube, because she can't see you. No, it says on Facebook. I think Dennis may be under one page and Dot, you're on another. So Dennis may be on Tina's page or Legendary's page, and you may be on. So I think you guys are on two pages.
Right.
So somebody may be on Tina's page and somebody may be on Legendary's page, or somebody may be on Jason's page.
No, not mine. Okay. I'm not broadcasting on my page. No, he's on Facebook. You guys are just on coming in on two different pages. Yeah.
But exactly, Dennis, and it's so funny, because that is exactly what happens. And so I often tell people when we start coaching them is that, or in anything in life, when you start to make a change,
come on,
drama.
Yep.
You have to.
You're gonna get a test.
You are upsetting the universal flow of how it used to be. And now listen to this.
Yeah,
the universal flow can be positive or negative, is whatever you create in your life. The law is the law. If I think negative, the law is going to give me negative. If I think positive, the law is going to give me positive. The law is no respecter. It's just like
Nope,
God. It's
not at
no
all.
respecter of person or things. You don't only get more of positive.
Right.
If you are a drama person
Come
and
on.
you're vibrating at a low frequency, your vibration is going to attract the vibration at which you operate at, which
Come
means
on.
that you're going to, if you're negative and low and unhappy,
Yep.
and I don't care how much you say you want to be happy,
Come on.
you're going to continue to see fault in other people.
Right.
You're going to continue to make everybody else the problem, never you. You're going to continue to attract situations in your life that says, this person is that person is the other, this person doesn't like me, this person said this, my mate is this, my mother is this, my friend is this, my boyfriend is this. You are operating. If we could just get the awareness that
Come
you are
on.
operating at a low frequency. And the law states whatever you vibrate and emit, you will get back. You cannot vibrate low
And get back
high.
Nope.
It just doesn't work like that. The law
But we
is
think
the
that.
law. You
We
cannot go
think
to
that.
the top of a building, jump off, and because you love God, gravity's not gonna pull you down. The law is the law. It works the same way with everybody.
It's
All
the
right.
law.
That's the law.
Yep.
All right. Go back up. Did you miss?
Okay.
Yep, right down. Yep. Oh, okay. That's it. Oh, okay. And then,
Oh, yeah, because they
what-
found out. They found out where they were at.
Then it said, I'm on Facebook. Tina's page.
Yeah.
So go
Yeah, I
up
got
one
that.
more.
Yeah. I
Yep,
got
there
that
you go.
already.
Okay, yeah, I'm
you
sorry.
Johnny come late. Yeah.
Okay, I'm sorry.
They having a conversation.
They having a
you
conversation.
Dipping, yeah, you dipping on their conversation.
All right, that's it. Okay, and then Dennis said, go down. Hey, Dot, I'm here today.
Yeah, I got that.
Oh, hey, Jackie's tuning in. Hey, Jackie, what's going on? My Jonesite sister, that's right.
Okay.
Please comment, my sister. Yes, Jackie, feel free to comment because I'm sure you definitely know about folks vibrating at a low energy trying to get into our space.
Come on now.
We've had conversations, so I know you know about the frequency, right? And so,
Hold on, I got this from Dot. Here.
okay. I don't allow people with negative energy drain my positive high energy. I walk away. Or I'll say, hey, can I call you back?
Yep.
Or I will definitely try to
I got to get
I
away.
will listen. And
Yeah.
so we have to gain the skill of listening without
Retaining.
digesting.
Right.
Without retaining.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So
Because sometimes people just need to be heard, right?
no, people just need to just talk. They don't need to be heard.
Well, I understand that.
They
but
don't
yeah,
because they
yeah.
don't want to. They just want.
I ain't said you have. I'm not saying
Yeah.
that I'm going to listen
I know what
to
you meant.
respond.
So you meant they just need to be heard.
I'll give them a
which
few
means that-
minutes, right? I'll give them a few minutes, and then I'm like, okay, I'm out. You know, I did what I could, but I'm out after that.
Okay. So oh hey Liz.
Are you going?
Yeah. What? Oh, you let you do it? I'm sorry. So did you do Dot what says?
Okay,
hey,
wait
Dennis?
in a minute.
Okay, my bad. I can see. I'm like,
Hey,
like,
Liz.
Wait. I'm like Jan when she was looking over at your
Right,
thing.
right. You over here
Hey,
huffing on.
Liz, thank you for joining us
Thank
tonight.
you for joining us.
Yes. Thank you for joining us. We appreciate you tuning in.
Okay.
Okay. So when we're talking about, let's get back on hand. So, because we can take this topic all the way, right?
Yep.
So when you're constantly living in fear or anger or unhappiness or somebody did me wrong or living in the past, anxiety, right? You're vibrating at a level that is going to attract exactly what you're vibrating at. And people say they want peace and they say they want happiness. And if they truly do, you have to shift your mindset.
Right.
You have to use the manifest method. You have to use the M for mindset, the A for the awareness of what you're doing, how you're doing it, what it looks like, how when it shows up. You have to. It's sort of like turning on the oven. You know, when you hit start and it takes time for it to reach the ultimate temperature, ultimate temperature, that's your awareness. You have to be able to spot it. If not as soon as it starts, then at least, you know, before it reaches its peak, and then keep working to reach it as soon as it starts. And then therefore, when we can't change what we're not aware of, right? If I'm not aware that I'm a drama person, or I'm not aware that I'm bringing drama into your life, I can't change it because you're going to always be the problem.
Yeah, we always talk about what triggers you and what gets your attention. But here's the thing. It's always life lessons, right? You can learn a lot from it. You can learn a lot from your drama. You can learn a lot from your trauma. So because what triggers you also teaches you. So if you're in the learning phase of your experience, then you would learn from all these different things. But if not, you'll just keep repeating them. So if it starts to trigger you, try to learn from it. Right? That's when you get the greatest lessons.
Not run away from it.
Not right.
People
right.
often say that triggers me, and so they want to validate why it triggers them.
Right.
Or they want you to recognize why you triggered them.
Right.
And it's not your responsibility because of their triggers, because you had nothing to do with their triggers. And that's another awareness. If something triggers me, I have to become aware of what triggers me, and I have to understand why it triggers me, and then I have to dismantle
The trigger.
The trigger.
Right.
I have to unplug it.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's I mean that's it. But that's just a side note on that's drama and trigger. So I wanted to get the trigger. So, but anyway, so peaceful people.
Yeah, peaceful people.
People always
like
say,
Dot and Regina and Tina.
right. Well,
And Dennis. Dennis is trying.
I'm peaceful.
Oh, you are. But you didn't
Okay.
say. But you didn't say it. And
Okay.
Jason.
Okay. All right. No, I'm just saying. You know
No,
what?
because sometimes we calling you Drama King.
Oh. It all depends on what it is.
All right, but go ahead. My bad. So peaceful people.
Yeah. So, peaceful people rarely attract drama.
Yes.
Like myself, rarely attract drama.
Unless there's just somebody who just hates your energy.
But it's their drama and not mine because I don't play into it.
That's right.
It's easy for me to walk away. But if you're letting or you're vibrating in chaos, even if you say you want peace, you will pull in people and situations to match that current energy. That's what Tina's talking about. If
And
you're
that's-
vibrating down here,
And just like with Dennis. Right. So the person telling you about their life and they're bringing drama, they really wanted you to join the drama party.
Right.
They wanted you to jump in. And that's where we have to be careful not to allow ourselves to go back into the drama trap.
we have to protect our peace. That's one thing, right?
Absolutely.
If we don't protect
At
our
all
peace,
costs.
right? Because that's the only thing that's going to make us happy or not happy or whatever, right? So we have to be able to protect our peace, even when we're listening to someone's situation. So here's another thing: when we're coaching couples, right? The first thing they want to tell us about, the situation. The situation doesn't matter. The challenge doesn't matter. None of those things. I don't care what it is, right? It really doesn't matter because you put so much emphasis on that and you have so much strong emotions about it. That's why you want to keep telling this story. It's hard to get over it when it's hard to get over that because of the fact that this is your pain. You want to live in that, right?
Right.
So here's the kicker. Letting go of drama means facing you, the real you.
Yes, that's
The you underneath the patterns and pain.
So that's why it's so hard for people to rid themselves of the drama because they have to look at themselves. Drama is often their distraction, right? It keeps them from healing. It keeps them from sitting in their discomfort, right? So in order to do that, they have to go and do the deeper work. And not everybody wants to do the work because if they're not aware of it, they don't want to sit in that discomfort. And that's what ridding themselves of that drama would mean.
Man, honestly, the ego hates peace. I hate to tell you, it's funny because I had a conversation with someone and, the gentleman was talking about, his ego and stuff like that. That's my pride and all this other stuff. But it hates peace. Even if it's trained in war, it fears becoming nobody without something to react to. So you find yourself in no man's land, right? You don't know who you are. So you have to be able to you have to be able to change.
Right. And so basically what that means is that this person is so used to who they are, who they believe they are, right? This is just who I am. And they have accepted it that they fear
losing their sense
of themselves, right? They become fearful of what will I be, and they don't even realize it's fear. They become fearful of what will I be when it's quiet. What will life look like?
Who will I be?
Right.
Sometimes we don't change because we don't want to know that person on the other side.
Yep.
Because I know who this person is.
All right. So let's talk about real quick before we get out of here. How can people
Don't do that. We're gonna get out.
Oh, we're gonna get out? Okay. So how can people, I said before.
I got you.
Okay. So how can people really break this addiction?
First of all, you got to recognize the patterns. Ask yourself, Do I stir the pot when it's calm? Plain and simple. Or do you just let it be?
Okay.
Do you interrupt your emotions or the emotions? When you feel the urge to start a fight and chase chaos, just pause, y'all.
So
Just-
that's
just
what we
stop.
mean by being aware and stopping it down here
Right.
instead of letting it
You don't have
escalate.
you don't have to let it come out.
It's sort of like your like when
Yeah,
you start in a
you're
car
right.
or a battery and everything. Stop it here.
Right.
Don't let it feel all the way up. Okay, so that those two things is what they can do to break the addiction. And what else?
They could probably they could rewire their responses.
Okay.
Through this is work for us, right? Meditation, journaling, breath work, and visualization helps shift your internal baselines because you have to do something different, and sometimes just sitting in the silence and getting calm and be able to let the answer come to you because in the midst of the chaos, you think you have all the answers. You just relying on past experience, what you know, how you can fix it, forcing issues. But when you sit still, you'll get a totally different answer that's really outside of yourself.
I would also say another way to maybe even become aware and break the drama is to try to align with peace.
Mm-hmm.
We tell people try to take a moment to even just if there's a peaceful moment, rest in it, right? You can use affirmations like I am safe in stillness, right? I welcome peace. Peace is my new norm, right? Because
Yes.
this is what you're used to. So you have to create yourself a new norm. I no longer need chaos to feel alive. I don't need that chaos to thrive me, right?
Mm-hmm.
So,
Let me see if we're getting comments over.
oh, okay.
Oh yeah.
Oh, so while we're talking about this, I just want to briefly say that as a coach, as a person, just as a couple, I love it when we're talking with couples and we're coaching them and the drama dissipates, right? I just love that. But since this particular couple is not, we're not coaching them. They're actually just family members.
Mm-hmm.
And so, we
Hold up one second.
we're
Leah says,
if you allow it to be to teach you.
Yeah.
Yes, if
you have to allow it, right?
If you allow
or
it
you
to
can just
teach you.
keep playing that.
Yep,
you
that's-
could keep playing them triggers and that trauma. You can keep
and that's
reliving
the thing.
it, right?
That's the biggest thing. If we learn to become aware and let it teach us, so many people fight it.
Yep. Dennis says, work with Jason Scott. You know what? You'll be a better person. I'm gonna tell you. When we get down and get into it, boy, that's for sure.
All right. So put that again because she said it before. There you go. So Dot said, "Hey, Dennis," because Jason missed it, so she had to say it again. All right. I'm guilty of
Stirring the pot at times.
Dennis. Dennis. I don't understand you, Dennis. You just said that
What
you were
he
creating
he just
a
said
new,
Dennis pops up sometime. The old Dennis. He
what?
pops up. He stirred it. He tasted it. He makes sure everything tastes good.
I think that's
and then
the
he
old Jason too. Sometimes when things are just too
Right.
calm around here, I be like, you just need some drama.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So when we're talking about that, being able to stand on, so what I was saying is that
Mm-hmm.
I want to give a shout out to Bobby and Richard Moore, right?
Uh-huh.
And I say that because we have the pleasure of speaking with them on a daily basis,
Mm-hmm.
and so today, or they said over the weekend, they're going to play in dirt together, right?
Right.
So they're going to, and from a personal standpoint, that's beautiful. You may not look at that, but from a coach standpoint, what that did for me was that it's like when you're a coach, sometimes you forget you're not wearing that hat at that moment,
Right.
But it brings a sense of serenity it brought it to me because it's that moment where couples began to move into a space of unity
Yep.
instead of division.
Working
They were
together.
saying that they're going to be playing in dirt together, right? They're going to be planting their flowers and doing this. And I said, that's so great. I'm going to give you a shout out on my podcast tonight. And so I just wanted to shout them out
For playing in dirt.
for playing in dirt because Richard is going to pour the dirt and Bobby is going to do whatever she does in the dirt.
And lay up plants out and
But
make sure
it's
they're beautiful.
togetherness. We're working
Right.
together.
Everybody has a part to play.
Everybody has, and that's the thing. Don't work against me, work with me. How can we tackle the drama and get to a new place? Okay? So,
That's a beautiful thing.
that's a beautiful thing.
Yeah. It's funny when they just said playing in dirt, though. That was kind of funny. But, that's cool.
Let's see what Dennis, right there. Yep. Dennis said, I'm being honest. And I'm here and doing mirror work. That's good. That's good. There you go.
You know, Dennis, I had a.
But that's that addiction. That's that program. When you feel it, sometimes you just got to stir the pot.
You do.
It's just that urge.
Real quick. You just, boom. You just hit it real quick. Taste it. So, yeah, a little bit too much sauce on there.
That's right.
Yeah.
So that's just what we do. So Sandra said what?
Kudos to Bobby and Richard.
That's right.
Yep.
That's right. When you can, and you know, for those who may watch now or watch the replay who know Bobby and Richard or Richard and Bobby, and so I intentionally put her name first. And so, you know, sometimes things aren't always easy in relationships.
No.
And so, no relationship. Right. And we all want to stir the pot when our people get on our nerves. So my prayer for them is that as they're playing in the dirt together,
right,
it becomes a unified thing.
Right. Right.
It doesn't turn into anything. You didn't do this right. You didn't do that right. You didn't do. So my prayer is that they enjoy. It
don't turn into nothing other than just playing in dirt.
Enjoy
and having a beautiful backyard.
Enjoy the journey.
Yes.
That's what we always tell people. Enjoy the journey. The journey may not always be, you know, smooth, but enjoy the journey, which means that you're going to have some rough patches, and you know this.
Yep.
We know this as people. Rough patches at work, rough patches at school, rough patches in the grocery store, rough patches with the lady next to you that you don't even know, right? But I look at those as opportunities because every time I get one of those things, I thank God. I really do.
Yeah.
I say, thank you, God, for giving me another opportunity to recognize and show up different and to exercise who I am, the being of who I am, and not try to be something different.
And you know what's funny is when you think you're doing good and you think you're showing up the way that you're supposed to,
right,
and then you get this evidence or this thing to practice, and then you show up and you go, maybe I'm not as far along as I think I am.
So read this. Then I delete it.
Thank you, Jason and Tia. Yep, good. You can do it. You can write it, but then get rid of it. Just get it out of your system.
That's right.
That's called stirring the pot. And then get it out of there.
All right. All right. So I think we have come to the end of our episode.
Yeah.
And don't forget, so if any of you guys want to know more about deleting the drama, or, you know, most of the time when we've eaten bad, we go through a detox, right? We will give you a free download called Drama Detox Worksheet. This is one of our worksheets that we have when we're dealing with people who may not realize they're in the drama process.
Right.
And so it's a detox drama worksheet to help you identify your patterns, shift your energy, and start creating peaceful, peaceful, love-filled connections. So
stop getting triggered.
Stop getting triggered. So it will not be available today, but it should be on there tomorrow or Sunday. It is Mother's Day weekend, guys. We just didn't put it up. So we will get it out there. Just keep checking the website for it. Please download these tools so that you can get better. And maybe it's not even for you.
Right.
Download it and give it to a friend. Just say, hey, look what I found. What do you think about it? Let's take this quiz together.
Yeah.
If you know this person is a drama person.
Yeah. That's how you tell them.
There you go. All right.
Also, don't forget to share this episode with your friends and your family. Keep them in the mix. They may not be addicted to this or to the tea or anything like that, but believe me, we're going to touch on the topic that they may be interested in. So get them plugged in, show them where we are. We're here. It's only going to be high level. We're only going to show you the things that you may need to face to make your relationship better.
So, guys, don't forget to like and hit the share button. It doesn't cost you anything. Please hit the share button so those who
and don't
may
forget,
not be
if you
tuned
haven't
in,
subscribed, especially to YouTube, make sure you subscribe on YouTube. Follow us too. Subscribe on Facebook as well.
Go subscribe and then do what do you call it? Tag your friends.
Yeah.
Tag your friends to do it also.
Yeah.
All right. We see you, we love you, and we want to remind you that you are worthy of the relationship that doesn't feel like it's a battlefield.
Woo.
You are worthy of it.
You are.
All right?
Remember that. Let's go back over there and see what we got.
Oh, okay. Then you can close us out whenever you're ready.
Oh, okay. I love that.
Oh, all right, let's see.
Let's see. Nancy done popped
Oh,
in.
Nancy done popped in at the end. Nancy said, thank you. Thanks, guys.
Yeah.
Oh, you can take my, okay.
Yep, because you're a little slow. Come on. You ain't, Then it said, thank you, Jesus. Wow.
I think it's, okay.
Mm.
All right.
All right.
And then I said, happy Mother's Day weekend. Happy Mother's Day weekend to everyone.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Dennis said, happy Mother's Day, everyone. Thank you, Dennis. We appreciate it. And then Regina said, great episode. Thank you, Regina.
Thank
Guys,
you so
please
much.
make sure that you hit the share button. So we thank you. We appreciate you. And come on, take us out of here.
Right.
Enjoy your weekend, guys.
Hold on.
Don't dibble and dabble in the drama.
Yeah.
So I'm interested. So what is it?
So
interesting. Appreciate you guys. Good night and be blessed.
Thank you. Darlene, thank you so much.
Yes. And again, I do apologize. I don't know what's going on with my eyes today.
I think it's the lighting.
I don't know what it is. The lighting seems a little dimmer and I don't know.
Yeah.
We haven't gotten, so I'm not going to make excuses, but I do apologize.
Here, I mean, like, they could put up the.
I do have good eyesight, though. So I know it must be this makeup on my eyes.
It could be. Mine is just, whatever.
Okay. We're going to do it better. We're gonna get our commentator next time.
No, what we're going to do is we're going to put it on the screen and they can read it.
Okay, so from now on, we're going to put it on the screen. We're going to read it to ourselves. And if we stumble, nobody will know. And then we'll just comment on it.
There
all right?
you go. Right,
there we go.
Right.
All right. So,
but we do like the live interaction. Thank you so much for being a part of this. What makes the episode great is everyone that tunes in and participate. We really appreciate this. Guys, well. Look who popped in.
The Moores
are in the house.
Wait, did you hear me? So, do you guys see that says Bobby Richard Moore? That's who I was talking about, guys. I don't know if Bobby Richard Moore heard my comment, but they're in the house. They are here. So, thank you. So, guys, happy Mother's Day, everyone.
Yes.
And again, even if you don't think that you are a drama person, please download the Drama Detox and just do the worksheet and pass it out to your friends so that those who don't know that they're the drama can recognize they are the drama. They'll be like, this is a lie. I don't believe this. But proof is in the pudding.
You may realize if you check the box on a lot of those things, you may find out you may be the drama.
You may be the drama. Yeah. And guys, sometimes, as we said, sometimes drama is just sitting and being unhappy. Everybody else is enjoying themselves and you're just sitting in your unhappiness.
So if you somewhere and you find yourself just being sad or just unhappy or you just can't enjoy yourself,
might be some drama there. All right.
Hold up.
Does that say?
Yeah.
That don't say
rich.
Rich is. I think it's his richest.
The richest drama.
The richest drama.
Oh, okay, we're gonna say richest drama, not rich.
The richest drama. That's
we're not saying Richard.
No,
we're not saying Richard.
So Bobby, we want you to make sure that you enjoy playing in dirt this weekend.
Yes.
And no drama. No drama.
I knew it.
Nope. That's not what he said. Take that down. She was just playing, y'all. So there's no drama. This is No Drama Friday. That's what we say, guys. Yeah. No Drama Friday. So no drama
If
Friday.
anything come up, we're going to push it down.
That's right.
Yep, nothing but good news on Friday.
All right, so make sure that you understand some of the signs, some of the symptoms. Put that up there. Some of the symptoms, and make sure that we are not becoming chemically addicted to drama.
Right.
Because that's what our body does. It becomes rewired. The brain rewires the whole system, and we become addicted to the adrenaline, to the cortisol, to all of the norepinephrine.
Yep.
We become addicted to all of those things, and our bodies are running our lives. They're on automatic pilot, and this is what we mean by get back in the driver's seat of your life and your relationships. Okay? You can close us out, Jake?
I think so. Thank you, guys. We've enjoyed the conversation. Thank you for participating. Thank you for being here. Make sure that you tell a friend, like I said. Make sure that you share it.
Subscribe.
Yep, all of those. Do all the things that pay the bills around here.
All right. So don't forget, you can always comment. If you have a question, you can reach us. Get your book.
Mm-hmm.
Get your book.
Get your book.
Get your book.
Yep.
Hey, and if you want, get your T-shirts. We have T-shirts. We have
get
books.
Your workbook.
Get
your
right.
workbook to go along with the book.
Get it out my face.
Come on,
All
right. Gotta come this
Get
way.
your workbook that goes along with each chapter of the book. All right.
Yes.
Get your workbook. Get your book. Get your T-shirt. Get your. I don't have my journal. Get your journal.
Yep.
Get all the good stuff to get you ready for manifesting a joy-filled relationship or manifesting joy-filled relationships. Is for all of them. All right. Until next time, guys, we love and appreciate you. Thank you for tuning in.
Yes.
This is the dynamic duo in relationships.
Come on now.
All right. Your relationship strategist, Jason and Tina Marie. And as always,
We're in it to win it.
Thanks for listening to this week's episode of Lovin' Beyond the I Do podcast. Head over to iTunes to subscribe and leave a review. Follow us on Instagram and Facebook at Legendary Relationship, or visit our website at legendaryrelationship.com. Till next time, remember to make every day count.